had Elway on last hour, Brett. I had Elway on last hour.
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay.
I saw that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So now we're up
That
to.
sucker, he took one from me.
Okay. Now, I don't know where to go, with Super Bowl or golf. Did you see him talking about your golf game and his golf game? Did you see that portion of the interview?
No,
Brett?
I didn't.
Okay. Because I mentioned
I'm sure it was pretty painful.
Well, I told him what you shot yesterday, and he asked if that number was accurate.
It was very accurate.
Okay.
And believe me, there was a time shooting in the 70s was not out of the realm of my game. I absolutely suck. So 79 yesterday was quite an accomplishment. I don't play hardly any anymore.
Okay. Well, he said, Elway, that it's been a while since he's played, and then threw out that he's a one handicap, just real casual, which I was very impressed with that flex. Right there.
He's a heck of an athlete.
I know that.
So let's give him the benefit of the doubt.
I know that.
He better not be playing too much golf. He's got work to do.
I know. He said he hasn't played very much. The other thing that he mentioned about your history and relationship is that you nailed his walk down perfectly at Pro Bowls.
Oh, yeah. I got it down. We're both pigeon-toed, so it was pretty easy.
Is that how you become a Hall of Fame quarterback? Is that what kids need to do, is start walking pigeon-toed? Is that how it works?
Well, I know, too, that it worked out fairly well for.
You got a good Elway story from that Super Bowl at all, Brett? Anything else that you remember about your relationship with John?
The only thing that comes to mind is, and John and I, John's a little bit older than I, but we've done quarterback challenges together. We walked Disney World with both families together, and I do consider him a good friend. So when they beat us, after the game, get showered, and obviously I wasn't in the best of moods, but I go out to the bus, and both teams, it was at San Diego, both teams come out of the same area, same tunnel, and there's a lot of players from the Packers, a lot of players from the Broncos kind of standing around talking to families and friends, and I'm on the bus, and I see John. So I go down, get off the bus, and just go over and say, "Hey, John, man." I obviously was not in a foul mood, just disappointed. And I said, "Hey, man, congratulations." He said, "Hey, don't be so down." Just matter of fact, he said, "Don't be so down. You already won one. It was about time I got one." I was like, "Okay, yeah, I get that." I went back on the bus and kept licking my wounds. But no, John, we always had a great relationship, and he played really well in that game, but it was not really John Elway-esque, and I mean that with no disrespect. They just didn't really need him, surprisingly. Terrell Davis was just killing us.
And that was his hometown there in San Diego, and that was it. I just remember, though, that it seemed like Green Bay that let Denver score so you could get the ball back and try and. Well,
and we did, and we had a chance. And
right.
That's true. We did. That was the only one where we let Terrell Davis do anything. The rest of it,
right.
He did it on his own, and it was a good strategy. We got the ball. We had a chance. We drove down to I think about the 50, and turned it over on downs. So I mean, it was a good move. Really, our only move, based on the fact that we couldn't stop Terrell all day. Is best. We just hoped that he would actually score and give us that shot.
Did somebody have to explain to Reggie White what the plan was? I mean, did somebody have to basically tell the Minister of Defense stand down?
No.
All right.
Reggie was one of the smartest players, one of the greatest players I ever played
sure.
with. Not the greatest, but one of the smartest, and he got it. And our guys were so worn down because they just pounded it on us all day. It's been a long time, but I think if people refresh their memory, they would agree. It was a slugfest that featured Terrell Davis.
And I've never asked you this question, and maybe I should ask it of the coach, but I'll ask it here anyway. Would Holmgren have gone for 2 to win it, do you think, if you scored the touchdown? Do you know?
I don't know the answer to that question. My guess would be he would have kicked the extra point.
Yeah.
And taking our chances, hoping maybe we got the ball first or something.
Right. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.